this half between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hurry!
They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
18 Rattler.
Operating from the gun, Burgess. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go, 52. Ready?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They find some open field here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Now Chubb running right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 64 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Strong. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Pierre Strong taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Steelers take over first down at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go! Go! Cowboy 80! 19 tight! 19 tight! 60 even! 60.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Warrior 70!
From the gun on 3rd down, Burgess. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go. Here
The
we
Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle. It's Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Steelers, nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ready!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's taken down. Back in his...
By Jadeveon Clowney. A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off play action. Burgess. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come next team. Come next. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Burgess. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Burgess. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Grant. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got room. Past the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Here we go, set. Fight, 97. Yellow, line. Ready.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Trap 50, trap 50. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burgess. It's brought in by Harris. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done. But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Warriors 70.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19.
Off the play fake. Burgess. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go, here we go. Ranger, 70 Ranger. Check match, check match.
They're going to try and throw.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Denzel Mims.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. Let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Seven Pirates.
They'll try and throw for it here. Try to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
You ain't going nowhere.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They're going for it. This is Harris. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down. They give to Chubb out of the gun.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
70, Timberwolf. Back to 60.
Throwing on 1st down. Burgess. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Steelers 1st down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Buffalo 18.
Off play action. Burgess. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Got a man, it's Mims.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Handoff comes to Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Check pitch. Check right. Ready?
A give running right is Chubb. Down to about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit. And let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw.
He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Black shot.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Real green.
Looking to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Chubb will get the call, running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
York able to send this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And that's caught inside the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth, 30 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The tackle made back in the 13.
19 Lions. Hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
52, Steelers 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And they're moving on to the conference championship.